Sakurai is a madman. He's a I mean, there's no one word you could even use to describe him. He's just such an anomaly, in this crazy old mixed up gaming industry of ours. He stands out so much. He's just such an anomaly. And, like, already went on and on about how, like, cool he is and how great he is at giving presentations, in the discussion video for the last Direct. But, like, it must be said again. This guy just puts on such a good show. Just whatever he's doing. He's just such a showman. And I don't know, maybe even more so than the last one. It's clear here that, like, this is not just a guy advertising a product. This is, like, he's not selling us on this game. None of this was necessary. If any of this were necessary, then we would see it a lot more. We would get multiple hours of Direct, of just like breakdowns and gameplay and details and going over all the, like, for all of the games that Nintendo puts out, but we don't. But this is a Sakurai joint, and I don't know, it's just so obvious that, like, this is just a guy who loves doing this. Like, this is a guy who is really, really passionate about the games that he makes. But not just that. It's also like he has such a desire to connect with the people who are gonna be playing these games. Like, he clearly, genuinely delights in showing all of this to us and explaining it, but also, like, he really wants to make sure that we've got a good idea about all of it. Like, he's giving all these, like, little tips and pointers and reminders and things, and I don't know. It's just, it's nuts. And then, like, yeah, I mean, like, for the presentation itself, it's an hour. It's an hour, and it's constant. It's constant. There's no fluff. It's just info the entire time, just like the last one was, and that was like 40, 50 minutes or whatever. It's just so much. And it's funny because there was once a time when I was thinking, you know what, maybe this will be like a budget game. Like when they first revealed it with a little teaser, and then it was coming out in a few months, and I was just like, I don't know, like, what if it ends up being like a $40 game? Just like, I don't know, like, not a full-blown game. And then he gave us that Direct, and now he's given us this Direct, and now this game looks so incredible. I mean, like, he just thinks of everything. He thinks of everything. Like, it's it's hard not to think about Mario Kart when on the topic of options. That's often the biggest problem with those games. There's just like no options. There's like very little way to meaningfully customize the experience. There's all these little, like, oh, why can't you do this? Why can't you do that? But this guy right here, everything imaginable, every little way you could possibly think to tweak any of these various modes. There's just a trillion different ways to play. He considers everything, just down to, like, individual, like, like a control, like button mapping and stuff. But then like accessibility features. He put like a ton in there because this game is very, like, visually crazy. So, like, he's put up, like, I don't know. Just considers everything. Just considers everything. And near the end, he talks about how this game is not going to get any DLC, which is really huge. Like, Nintendo letting him make a game and then letting him, before the game is even out, tell everyone officially on no uncertain terms, there's not going to be any DLC. Like, you'd think an executive at Nintendo would be like, whoa, hold the phone. Like, don't make any promises, right? Why would you close that door if you don't have to? Maybe we'll keep things up. Like, no, they just let him. You want to tell them there's not going to be any DLC? Fine. Go ahead. Just in this day and age, it's unheard of. And yeah, he's like, this isn't even a series, you know, like Kirby Air Ride isn't a series. This is me making another one and making it as well as he possibly can. It's like, it really does just seem like they did everything possible. You know, like, even as I'm watching, I haven't even played the original, and yet it's just like, you know, introducing a boss. Oh, it's like, okay, well, are there going to be more bosses? Yes, there are. You know, like, oh, you can customize this. Can you customize that? Yes, you can. It's just every answer is yes. You ask a question about this. Can I change this option? Can I play it in this way? Yes. Just everything is yes. Clearly, this was just every possible way he could possibly think to make Kirby Air Ride better. It's the original game. And the original game, like, I don't know, it wasn't like the hugest game, but it did seem to have a pretty okay amount of content, and it's everything and more. Every single thing that the original game did, it takes whatever idea and expands it and fleshes it out and brings in even more options and even more customization, and everything is just, I don't know, it's just huge. This game looks very, very, very content rich, especially for people who are, and yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what's cool about it. It's like, it's really approachable. It's like the 2 button gameplay. It's relatively simple, but then all of these options and all of, you know, like the various machines, and there's a lot more technical stuff in there if that's your cup of tea, you know? So he's made this experience that is somehow simplistic and approachable and accessible while still like really catering to fans of the original, fans even just of like Smash, people who want a lot more like technical gameplay. They want to really they really want to get good at this thing. You know what I mean? It just kind of seems like an experience for everyone. It I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna like go down the list of real simple stuff. Bring back Top Ride mode. Yeah, like I had friends who were telling me about Top Ride, and I didn't even like really quite get it. I don't even know if I had seen gameplay of that before, but just like, yeah, well, there you go. Top Ride mode is back, and it's bigger. Now you can use any rider and any machine, and there's options for the camera, and the courses are bigger, and, you know, change the controls and everything. So like, there you go. There's just a mode from the original that is coming back. It is really cool. I do think it's neat. It looks like just such a really, just a quick, just a fun, snappy little mode just to kind of drop in and mess around with. Looks really cute. I do love how they look like little dioramas. I like that. There's like unique items in the mode. So like, there you go. Of course, there's a whole thing for you. Oh, okay. Obviously, for me, the best part about this whole thing, there's a story mode. That's the sort of thing going into any game like this, any game that's like, you know, it's a racing game, it's a primarily multiplayer game. I barely even ask anymore for like a campaign mode. Why ask? I'm just setting myself up for frustration. I gotta just let the multiplayer game be what it is. So when it does happen, boy, and like, this one looks good too. It combines all of the different modes of the game. So yeah, so it's single player content. So I like it, obviously. I like single player stuff, but like, huge amount of variety, uses all the different stuff in the game. Apparently there's like something of a real story with like cutscenes, like Subspace Emissary style, like, oh, I mean, yeah. When it comes to this kind of game, that is everything I could possibly want. It's everything that could possibly make a primarily multiplayer game really click with me. So that was exciting. That was certainly exciting. I mean, that's going to be the main thing that I engage with. So that's great. And then there's also the checklist. I've seen this in gameplay. Like, I mean, you know, I'll go like, well, mainly like downloading Kirby Air Ride footage from Born Losers Gaming to put in my Kirby Air Riders videos as B-roll. It's been a lot of my primary exposure to the original. And Yeah, the checklist thing. I didn't really get what was going on, but yeah, I guess it's basically like a sort of an achievements list, but like it fills out the picture as you go. I don't know, but he spent a lot of time talking about checklists, and there's like a whole bunch of them, so that's just another thing for a person to do, you know, more just stuff for a single player to fill out, so that's terrific. That's just more. That's just another thing that's returned from the original and made even better. What else? I don't know. Just so much little stuff. You know, it's more riders, it's more machines, it's more copyabilities and items, and the music and the composers and the time attack and it is interesting that time attack is not. There's no online ranking at all. That's really surprising. I do have to wonder why. He for some reason, he really wanted just like the simple, straightforward time attack to be just for the player, just something for the player. Maybe it's because there are different, different stats for different tracks depending on what machine you use. So maybe he just thought that would get a little bit complicated. So just kind of kept it for the single player. So, okay, that's fine. Yeah, loads of other stuff. You can customize your machines on top of the fact that there's already a million different machines. You got hats for the riders. You've got a machine marketplace. That's so cool. You can sell your machines and you don't get anything for it, but you get to see how many people have bought. Like basically it's just if you've got a really cool looking thing, then people will get it and you can see that they really liked your design. But then the more people buy it, the more expensive it gets. So that's like a way to really see like, oh man, this one is so expensive, but like that means that it's really popular. That's incredibly fun. I think that is such a clever idea. I'm looking through here and there's too much. It's like, what's with the gummy thing? What is that? What even is that? That's just proof that every single individual idea that was proposed was accepted. You get, on top of everything else, you get gummies based on the machines and you just collect them. And what do you do with them? Well, they go in a big pile and you can just kind of like mess with them. You just push them around. I don't get it. I don't get it. Sakurai said we could be a gummillionaire. He said that. Those are words he actually said. It's so strange. It's so strange. Oh, what else? You talked about the Amiibo. It was surprising when they announced the 2 Amiibo. It's like, oh, you can swap them out. But it's like, there's only 2, though. It was weird that there weren't more. And so, like, yeah, no, he did it. He announced a bunch more. Now there's a whole bunch of them. And there's a DDD one. You could even, like, change the mode that it's in. That's cool. Obviously, the problem there is that these were already prohibitively expensive. And you know, yeah, to be fair, they are bigger than a standard Amiibo, I guess. But, like, yeah, I don't know. And now there's, like, 5 of them. How much were they again? Yeah, my brain cannot fathom it. It literally, I cannot remember. I keep thinking 40. No, they're 50. They're 50 each. And now there are 5. It's $250 for a full set of Amiibo for this one game. It's absurd. Just absurd. You gotta sell them in a pack or something. You have to, anyway. Guess this is not the time to rant about that, but come on. So it was cool. You could, and that's the sad thing about it. Like, he didn't pick the price. You know, he just, you know, helped design the Amiibo, and they, like, actually do something in the game, which is cool. It's kind of like yesteryear when these things actually did something other than just getting you some items or whatever. So, like, it's sad because, like, clearly he's very excited. He's like, I can't believe this, you know? Like, I would have never imagined this 20 years ago, that we'd be here and there'd be a whole line of these interchangeable writers. It's like, it is cool. And he is excited about it. Yeah, it's just a shame. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy even one. It's ridiculous. So what else? Tracks. He talked about tracks, and you know, he's pulling a Mario Kart. They're gonna be classic ones. Yeah, all of the tracks from the original. So that's 9 plus 9 new ones. And it's not bad. Well, he says that's a lot of tracks. I don't know. Maybe I am spoiled by Mario Kart and all its DLC and everything. I think, at least from what I played, the tracks here, they just seem to go by very fast. They're really, really fast. They're really cool and they're really grand and spectacular. I am a little bit worried about getting tired of them. So, like, only 9 new ones. I guess for me, if I haven't played the original, the 9 originals I don't know, overall, 18. That's not bad. Maybe I was hoping for more, but, I don't know. Maybe that's fine. They do look really cool. I mean, every single one he showed off, just, like, the most amazing designs. Just so visual. I love them. I also think they did a really incredible job of modernizing the original tracks without making them they still give that kind of GameCube vibe, you know? They don't just look like brand new recreations. They still have kind of a look of the original, because if they updated it too much, you would lose that. But it's got to look like a little bit better. I don't know. I just think they've kind of struck a perfect balance, a happy medium. I think that's pretty great. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's really it. That's really like the main stuff. Again, the whole thing was just filled with a million little details and I don't know. It's just cool. You know, it is really cool seeing someone who is so incredibly passionate and also so good at what he does. And I'm just so happy for Air Ride fans. They gotta be losing their minds. They have to be, right? Like, I don't know. I'm not one of them, but they've gotta be. This just looks like everything possible that he could have done with a sequel times 3. It's just everything. It's the same game again, but way, way, way better with way, way, way more. And it's neat. I love it. I love this guy. I love him. I hope he lives to be a trillion and he keeps making games the whole time, because everything he touches, it's magic. It's just so cool. It's just so cool. Nintendo did not need to let him do this game. They didn't need to let him put so much work into it or to do these enormous directs or anything. They could have forced him to do DLC. I don't know. It's just a true passion project, and it's really, really awesome to see. And we will be playing it pretty darn soon. When's it coming? It's, about a month. Wow, yeah.